Bonjour, Quebec.
Bonjour, Quebec. Okay.
Yes.
Welcome, everybody, once again to this Canada Specialist Program webinar. Roberto from Quebec Tourist Industry Alliance. Please take it away.
Thank you, Charlie. So yes, Bonjour, Quebec. Why do we start with Bonjour? It's because it's our way of welcoming you. It's a word that's very open, very welcoming, and it's our way of saying, come visit Quebec. And you will see it more and more. The province, we've actually just rebranded ourselves recently with this logo, and you'll be seeing it more and more on the publicity of our wonderful province. So I'm sure most of you already know where Quebec is situated, but just as a brief recap, we are situated in the northeast part of North America. The largest province of Canada with regards to territory, and we also have 8 million inhabitants, of which vast majority are French-speaking mother tongue. But one myth I would like to demystify right now: many of us do speak English. Okay, so we have a French accent, of course, but we're able to communicate very, very well in English. One thing that's nice about Quebec is its geographical location with regards to Ontario and also to New England and New York. From Montreal, which is a bit lower in the map that you see there, from there to Toronto, it's a 5-hour drive. From Montreal to Boston, it's about a 5-hour drive. And from Montreal to downtown New York, to Manhattan, it's a 6-hour drive. So it's quite feasible to incorporate tours and programs that mix Quebec with Ontario and or the northeastern part of the United States for your clients that are looking to diversify a little bit their itinerary. So this is what you see here is where most of the people who come visit Quebec go to, this part of the area. The blue line going up diagonally from left to right is the St. Lawrence River, which we'll talk about shortly. And we have the cities of Montreal and Quebec, which are along that line. And a bit farther up, we have the area of Charlevoix, where it's possible to go whale watching. So why come visit Quebec? There's 3 main reasons. What distinguishes Quebec, first of all, is our culture. We have a culture, we're very artistic people. We love to sing, we love to dance, we love to draw. And it's demonstrated in our way of being and also in the various towns, villages, and cities that you can visit. The second reason is a connection to the land. We're blessed, we've been blessed with lakes, with rivers, with vast wilderness, rolling countryside. We have ski hills that are quite enjoyable as well. And as I mentioned before, Bonjour is tied into our warm welcome. Quebecers, as a population, we like to welcome people. When your clients come, we always have a smile on our face. It's something, it's inherent in our way of being. So what is there to discover in the province of Quebec? We have 6 different themes which we would like to bring to your attention, 6 reasons that would inspire you to want to come visit us. The first is the vibrant cities and festivities. The cities are alive, they're dynamic. We have the culture and living history, as I mentioned, the great outdoors, which is available everywhere to see. We have local flavors. The cuisine in Quebec is exceptional. We know how to cook, we love to eat, we love to drink, we have a good time, and it all ties into the culinary aspect of our way of being. We have the St. Lawrence River, which is the pillar of the province, geographically speaking, and we have winter fun, because as Nicole mentioned with Ottawa, Quebec, the province is also a 4th season destination, and winter has its own particular fascinations. So with regards to the cities, the vibrant cities and festivities, we have Montreal, the largest French-speaking city in North America, the 2nd largest in the world after Paris. You can see it from the river, such as the image on the right, or you can see it from the Mont Royal, which is our lungs. We say le poumon in French, the lungs of the city, 232 meters high, and there's the Belvedere where you can get a nice view of the downtown core. It's a city that can be explored by foot. There's different neighborhoods intertwined, accessible from downtown, where you can see Victorian houses that are colorful, like on the bottom left. the crowds like you see on the bottom right, and the artwork as you see up on top. Next is Quebec City, a UNESCO heritage site. The only two fortified cities in North America. One is Mexico City, the other one is Quebec City. It's a city that is very historic, that emanates a lot of the feeling of what it was like living in New France in the 17th century. It's like a living museum. Old Quebec is really something spectacular to visit, and it's most definitely done on foot. The Chateau Frontenac, one of, if not Canada's most photographed images, is on the right-hand side, a luxurious hotel of the chain Fairmont. We also have, I'm sorry, the culture and living history, whether it be through our indigenous population or in Quebec City and other areas of the province, reincarnations of how it was like living back in the 17th century. Again, more artwork and the history and the indigenous traditions. Again, there's many indigenous nations who are living in Quebec, the First Nations, and they're very proactive in demonstrating their culture, their heritage, their way of life. And there's different areas to visit it. There's one in particular in Quebec City, it's called Wendake nearby, where you can even sleep in a hotel that was constructed actually on the reserve, and it reflects the character of the Huron Nation. When it comes to the outdoors, we have quite a variety of countryside to see. You can see here the St. Lawrence River with the area of the Gaspésie. With regards to activities, you can be hardcore and go zipping or climbing up a mountain or standing up on top of a rock overlooking, again, the Gaspésie area. Or you can go a little more soft and take a suspended bridge or take a ride in a canoe. What's nice about Quebec's outdoors is that it's accessible. You don't just see the lake, you can canoe in it. You don't just see the mountain or the countryside, you can take a hike through it. You can take a mountain bike and go through it. And also in the cities, there's also itineraries. There's different ways to visit the province. I'll get to that in a minute. But what's important to remember is that the nature of Quebec, it's to be experienced and not just to be seen. There's also the wildlife. We have a rich, abundant wildlife, whether it be the moose in the Gaspésie area, the whales of Tadoussac, or the black bears that can be seen throughout the province. With regards to accommodation, in the nature, there's different kinds of resorts that are adapted to the countryside. So we have this chalet, like you see on top, or on the bottom right. It looks like a chalet, but it's actually a large wooden hotel, the Sakakomi Hotel, with over 200 rooms overlooking the Sakakomi Lake. And on top, there's another chalet with a wolf looking at you from the outside. With regards to the gastronomy, we're well known for that. What you see on the top left is our famous maple syrup. It's our liquid gold. It's what we do. We use it to put it on ice cream. It's like we put it on pancakes mostly, but there's many, many ways that it can be used in the cuisine. The bottom left is the poutine. It's a bit the classic when one thinks of Quebec. However, there's much more than poutine, which is French fries, cheese, and there's different ways to do it, and a sauce on top. But there's much more to that, to our cuisine, than poutine. We have good cheese. The wine is very good. We have an explosion of microbreweries throughout the province. Seafood, lobster, Nordic shrimp, bison meats, deer. There's many, many different kinds of local products, and the way that they're prepared, it's very important as well. So we have different areas. You can see the wine route, the Route des Vins, cycling tours, and again, festive cheer. The St. Lawrence River, here we have the Percé Rock and the Gaspésie in the east, which is one of the most photographed regions of the province as well. And again, it's the backbone of the province, stretches from Montreal on the bottom left, all the way up to the Gulf of St. Lawrence, going out to the Atlantic provinces to the right. And the whale watching is one of the most famous activities of Quebec. It's done in a place called Tadoussac, which is 3-hour drive from Quebec City. And you can see the whales basically 3 different ways. You can see them on a zodiac, which is like a huge raft on top. You can see them on a boat, like on the bottom left, or for the adventurous, you can go on a sea kayak. These are guided. I don't think they'll let you go by yourself because you're in the middle of nature, but there's guided activities where you can go on a sea kayak and see the whales up close. And I've done it myself, and I can say it's something that's quite spectacular. Also in the St. Lawrence, you have the part going farther away from the whales. It's the Gaspé Peninsula. And on the south shore, you have lighthouses. So there's lighthouses where you can actually sleep in. There's itineraries that have been prepared that allow you to go night by night and sleep, sometimes in an auberge, a small hotel, and sometimes in a lighthouse. Quite varied with regards to the kind of activity and where to sleep. We have the beluga whales, again in Tadoussac, the harp seals that are in the Magdalen Islands. You can see them in the end of March, beginning of April. And we have the geese that do their north-south, how do you say, when they fly from the Arctic to Florida or vice versa twice a year, and they stop in Quebec. Again, some other activities tied into the St. Lawrence. On the bottom left, ice canoeing. This is something you can even do in Quebec City. Okay, here's the kayak, but you can do it in canoe, and it's a really it's an intense, incredible experience. And of course, the winter is not a season to be neglected. In Quebec, you can go skiing. We have Mont Tremblant and the Massif, which are the two highest mountains of the province, both with over 1,000 meters of above sea level, with world-class ski runs. Le Massif is known in particular now because we've just opened up Canada's first Club Med. So that's something we're all excited about. It's opened up last week. So that's something that's quite exciting. And you can do cross-country skiing, and there's also other activities such as snowmobiling, snowshoeing, dog sledding, and you can also see stay in the spa. There's winter spas that are very, very nice. And last thing about the winter is the Ice Hotel, which is North America's only ice hotel outside of Quebec City, and that is a must experience in itself. So we're a 4-season destination. You come any time of the year. And for any information, I'll be able to send you some links to some videos that we've done. Otherwise, the site Bonjour Quebec has all the information that will complement what I've showed you today. So thank you very much.